Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Foggy versus FoCuS. This game taking place here on Rusty Creek version 1.1. New map for me. Let's go ahead and remove the fog of war. Remove the fog of war and take a look. 442 creep camp close by. A relatively easy 244 or 124. So there's a hatchling, a sea turtle, and then a giant sea turtle right there. We are looking at an Ancient of War creep coming across from Foggy here, as we should be looking at an Altar of Elders and a Moonwell. Alright, symmetrically, it looks as though you can actually have 4 spawning locations on this map. Almost seems like a variation of Turtle Rock, except you're in the wings a little bit more, and there's not this crazy section straight down the middle. Alright. Focusing on back to the strategies here, we are looking at the Altar of Storms nearing completion. It is going to be most likely, well, it could be Farseer or Blade Master. Both of those viable opportunities. Blade Master it is. We don't see a War Mill being placed down, so it will be Farseer Grunts and a Voodoo Lounge perhaps placed down in just a moment as well. Coming back on the other side here, we are looking at Foggy with that Keeper of the Grove. Going to be training up some archers and then trying to clear out of this creep camp relatively fast. Both sides are going to scout each other rather quickly, and this may change the pacing as FoCuS can easily run on over with that Blade Master relatively quickly, or will the Blade Master try and do some creeping on his own? Adjusting for the appropriate strategy, always important, as we're looking at the Forest Troll Berserker taking the damage first. It takes more damage from that Ancient of War because of that normal damage. As I mentioned in the past, that 1 or 2 more shots should do it. Well, 1 more shot, now needing to switch targets as the Archer wants to finish it up. Blade Master now out here onto the battlefield. Keeper of the Grove going to get an easy attack right there, get some experience as the Treants are now out onto the battlefield. Blade Master off to the north, out and not going after that Wildkin there, and nope, going straight after that Forest Troll Berserker. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove has not picked up an item as of yet. Wildkin will get taken down. Claws of Attack +5, a decent bit of damage as the Ancient of War takes the rest of the damage as the Archer finishes it off. Alright, opening creeping, getting done here. Blade Master going after that Wildkin. And well, it seems like the creeping takes a little bit longer on this map than I would have expected. 2-minute 46-second mark for both sides to finish up those creep camps, and that is including a Keeper of the Grove who normally clears out creep camps relatively fast. Gonna finish things off right there as the Keeper of the Grove already sitting at level 2 and picks up a Mantle of Intelligence +3. That is going to be some big bonus damage on that level 2 Keeper of the Grove, who now has +8 damage already. Coming back around, Blade Master looking for some easy targets, perhaps trying to find an Archer hanging around in the middle portion of the map. It is not nightfall yet, and the Blade Master should be able to get off one Windwalk strike. Is the Archer going to be able to Shadow Meld in time? No. Blade Master already coming up from behind, gets in that last bit of damage. Meanwhile, Foggy, however, is setting up an expansion at the south side of the map, and that may not be scouted out. Keeper of the Grove gets an entangle off onto a Grunt, and a couple of Treants are there as well. That damage is racking up rather quickly. Grunt's going to try and break free. 1 or 2 more final shots. No, gets another entangle there, and now looks to back away. Losing that early Grunt, that 200 gold, is a bit of a setback, and the Blade Master opting to clear out creep camps to be able to make up some of that gold. I got Foggy. All right, so let's see what Foggy is going to be doing next. We are looking at an Ancient Protector being built off to the side here. Grunt is going to actually spot this as the Blade Master now realizes, wait, I cannot stick around in this battle at all. Huntress is here as well. Blade Master trying to finish things off here, and there is a quick cancellation as the Blade Master loses a little bit of precious time being forced to deal with an Ancient Protector attempted tower rush there. Down to the south, though, it is also perhaps just a mind fake, a head distraction, as Foggy is nearing completion on this Tree of Life and about to set up an expansion. Coming back through, Huntresses still being trained up. We are teching the tier 2. Tier 2 is nearly done for FoCuS, as we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove now down to the south here, trying to take down this giant sea turtle. We could be looking for higher level treants, as a Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3 is picked up. Tree of Life gonna go ahead, uproot itself, and now make its way over. How difficult is this creep camp? Not difficult at all. A 5-4-2 creep camp. A very, very light orange creep camp, opening up for this Tree of Life to take a bit of damage. And, well, set up an expansion here. Couple of treants are absorbing some damage already. Tree of Life going to be getting into position. The Sorcerer already, well, nearly taken down. There it goes, giving level 3 now to that Keeper of the Grove. Sentry Ward now placed down here as the Blade Master is going to get scouted out. All right, little bit of damage on that Blade Master as he may try to go after one Treant there. That Sentry Ward causing a bit of problems. The Tree of Life could go and attack back. No, is already rooting itself and now going to entangle that gold mine while attacking a bit. There goes another entangle, another Sentry Ward right there as the Blade Master finally able to get away. What is this? Ring of Superiority. All right, so instead of a Circlet of Nobility, there is a Ring of Superiority. I've never seen this item before. Perhaps on specific to this particular map, or custom creeps here, as a Tome of Intelligence going to get shut down or destroyed by these Huntresses, making sure that no one else can grab it. All right, back off to the north, we see that the Shadow Hunter is doing a bit of creeping. Level 2 on the Blade Master should be, well, gonna get closer to level 3, but not quite make it there. Meanwhile, Serpent Wards are already out on the battlefield, and you know that they are going to be able to shut down some of those Huntresses, especially the level 2 and eventually the level 3 variety if we get that late in the game. Foggy opting to go for an expansion that does have the economic advantage now, and we're looking still at FoCuS sitting at tier 2 and hoping that perhaps those Serpent Wards will be enough piercing damage to deal with those units. All right, this is an orange creep camp, but a much nastier, dangerous creep camp here. A level 7 Razorman Chieftain, as well. We are looking at some heals now going down as well. Alchemist does have Acid Bomb over Healing Spray. Is damage going to be added back up? Are we going to toss a bomb here in just a moment? No sign of that just quite yet, as we are also looking at Sentinels. There's an Acid Bomb. There's a little bit of damage and an entangle as that Blade Master looks to head back as well. All right. Shadow Hunter wants to get to level 3 quickly, wants to go after this creep camp. These Serpent Wards wasted mana so far. In comes a third Serpent Ward, and in comes the engagement. There goes a quick boulder to that Shadow Hunter as engagement is already underway. Coming back around, we're looking at Foggy trying to get to level 2 on his Alchemist for that powerful healing spray to keep some of those units alive. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove is keeping his distance as the Alchemist does get to level 2. Healing Spray, Acid Bomb coming back through. We're looking at the Shadow Hunter coming in to engage here. Also getting a couple of heals as the Quillbore Hunter gets taken down. Dust Wallow Dweller, I knew you'd love this map. Maybe it's just the tile set. Huntress is going to come over here and engage now, putting in the pressure. Meanwhile, in the center portion of the map, we could be looking at a possible expansion. Units are trying to engage back and forth here as the Blade Master are going to try and zone in some of these units, pick off some low hit point units, but there are no low hit point units to be found. Meanwhile, Foggy is setting up an Ancient Protector down to the south as well. Multiple Sentinels here keeping track of this Blade Master and his positioning. Coming back down to the south here, Blade Master getting ready to engage. Blade Master going to be coming back around the side here. There was, I believe, a mirror image, so we could be getting some lightning shield tactics from the Shaman, as well. A mirror image lightning shield unit is still able to do an actual bit of damage. So far, though, FoCuS actually seems a bit lost here, not quite sure what to do. He's going to be trying to set up an expansion of his own. 14,000 gold here, 11,000. How much gold is here? 12. Okay, so a little bit of gold has, or what, 2,000 or 1,200 gold has already been mined away. We are now looking at FoCuS bringing in an assassin that does have a poison damage here as well. We're going to try and clear up this other level 7 creep camp. This could give level 3 to the Shadow Hunter. It does give level 3 to the Shadow Hunter. And now the Alchemist is behind on experience by quite a significant amount. and not being able to have that odd level 2 healing spray or level 2 acid bomb is in fact a big deal. As you can see that the assassin is now trying to be backed away. All right, if these serpent wards are actually taken down, this could actually give level 3 to the alchemist if he's close by enough. Well, a little bit of experience given right there as the units are going to try and engage. There's level 3 on Foggy's alchemist. Getting that last bit of experience, oh so important. Serpent wards getting shut down here as we're looking at a potential engagement. 58 supply compared to 50. Foggy has a supply advantage, ever so barely, but that is mainly because of workers down to the south. We are looking merely at, well, at a completed gold mine by FoCuS, but it seems like it's taking forever and a day to get that operational. Meanwhile, an army of wisps nearby. That is actually a crazy number of wisps being brought into the center portion of the map and actually being taken out by creeps as well. All right, this is going to be a little bit of an odd situation. In comes someone. There's some detonations taking down all of those units. A lot of units gone right there. There's some more detonations on the back line, and suddenly FoCuS's FoCuS's mana is gone in a moment. All right, a little bit more damage. Alchemist now in that front line spot, trying to get in more damage here. Level 2 healing spray could be used full of protection, trying to keep all of these units alive. And that initial burst of damage causing quite the surprise and shock or on loss of mana for all of those units. Serpent wards continuing to fall down here as the scroll of protection offering, well, a bit of extra effective hit points for all of these huntresses. All right, a lot of wisps were lost. I believe a goblin, no goblin shredder was hired up here, so not quite sure what Foggy is planning on doing. He is low on lumber right now, and he's not training any additional wisps. He actually has less workers than his opponent, and does both sides? No, both sides don't have that many lumber harvesters or lumber gatherers, so perhaps they're just going to be trying to spend all of their additional gold out of the Goblin Merchant shop and their own respective shops. Level 3 Shadow Hunter, level 3 Blade Master coming across, getting ready to engage here. 1 Ancient Protector, 64 over 80 supply, going up against 59 over 62. 53 supply army going up against 47, but who's going to engage and strike first? That is the question. Archer pops on out only to be meted and greeted by a large army of orcs and easily taken down. Or we could turn this into a base race scenario. Damage is going to rack back up rather fast here as the archers are now trying to line up as well. In comes all of those units, perhaps going to try to take down some of those orc burrows. There's some repairs. Huntresses are going to be able to get in some repairs and damage onto all of those units. As you can see, that glaive bounce damage here. All right, coming back around, there is some repairs onto the Tree of Ages. There is higher armor on that Tree of Ages as well. Nature's Blessing was researched. 7 armor, making a significant difference here as we're seeing the Blade Master having some difficulty take this down until all of those wisps are repaired. Meanwhile, coming back around, all of the units are going to get taken down here, and this is turning into, well, quite the base race scenario. Orc burrows do provide a bit of experience as we're looking at all of these peons trying to retreat back out, and they're just getting taken down as well. Level 3 on the Alchemist, level 3 on that Keeper of the Grove. Healing spray being used to try and keep up all of these huntresses as well, as that damage is starting to rack up here. All right, base race scenario. Thank you for the follow. As Moonwell, after Moonwell is also going to get taken down. But as you can see, the fact that the Moonwells have fortified armor compared to the Orc Burrows that have heavy armor is making a drastic difference. All right, Archer is actually able to get some piercing damage and effective damage against some of those other units too. Meanwhile, coming back through, Foggy is setting up an expansion straight up in the center portion of the map right here, turning this into a base race scenario. More Wisps are trying to be trained, but Foggy is now currently upside down on supply. He needs to get more lumber to train up more Moonwells in addition to everything else here, as we're looking at building after building being destroyed. All right, whose army is larger? That is a big question here. Serpent Wards able to finish things off, as we do not have pillage. Do not have pillage by FoCuS, so the raiders are not going to be able to get additional gold just by attacking buildings. Foggy in the center portion of the map here, looking to set up a second base again, as the Keeper of the Grove now leads the charge, finding a couple of peons, and now units are going to be forced to back up here. FoCuS does have a rather dangerous army. Shamans with adept training, and also the Shadow Hunter sitting at level 3 with level 2 Serpent Wards that will deal a fair amount of damage. Both sides sitting at level 3 and on the cusp of level 4, as well. It looks as though the rush has come to an end. Raider now coming back across here, gonna find a pretty full Moonwell, but that is not going to be able to, well, not going to be able to be not going to survive. Can't even complete my thought right now. All right, so yeah, Moonwell not gonna amount to very much. Scroll of Talon Portal coming back around. It's gonna land here. Are we gonna see an entangle on that Raider? I should. Yes, we should there. And that Raider quickly gets taken out there. Entangling on the gold mine. Moonwell could have been very useful as additional Moonwells are getting added here. All right. Huntresses are all going to line up, going to perhaps act as a bit of a surprise. Shaman and all of these additional units going to get ready to engage. And here we are straight up. That Huntress army just shows up out of nowhere. And now we are now sitting at level 4 on that Keeper of the Grove. Level 4 Keeper of the Grove. And more damage going to be coming across. Bounce damage coming back as Lightning Shield now going down. All right, Lightning Shield on that Blade Master. Blade Master trying to use that Lightning Shield to focus down some of those archers and grunts. Grunts in that front line as well. Blade Master could be in trouble. Blade Master gets taken down. That was not expected as the Alchemist now could be in a little bit of trouble. No, currently using that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Scroll of Healing, Scroll of Protection being used. And it was really Foggy's design to try and buy a lot of items to be used by the Keeper of the Grove and the Alchemist to keep this army alive. Scroll of Protection, Scroll of Healing, and that may be enough to reach the tipping point as the Kodo Beast tries to eat a Huntress and dine and dash. Scroll of Protection still being used there. Lightning Shield being used to take down a handful of those Huntresses. Serpent War trying to finish things off. 29 supply though compared to 49. The loss of the Blade Master, a very big hit as FoCuS gets his Shadow Hunter surrounded as well. That is going to be the game. A beautiful, beautiful matchup going back and forth. But Foggy, with an interesting strategy, opting to go for an all-in base race when there was really no reason to do so. Perhaps it caught FoCuS off guard. FoCuS never actually training up the fortified armor on those orc burrows, and that could have been one of the deciding factors, the speed at which you're able to take down those buildings. In the end, Foggy's army of Huntresses and archers were able to stand tall and take down FoCuS's raiders, grunts, shamans, and grunts, shamans, and raiders. Yeah, those three plus the heroes. Anyways, a great game going back and forth. Let me know what you guys thought from the shoutcast and everything else. Thanks, everyone.